What up, guys? West Brownway Chronicles, episode 17. This is the movie section. How you guys doing today? Make sure to like and subscribe to my videos. Please come back, listen to my voice, listen to me talk to you guys about what I love, what I see, and what I enjoy. Kind of a middle of the month kind of week where not a lot's coming out. It's not super exciting for movies releases wise. I mean, yeah, on demand and everything, but nothing in theaters that really just spoke a thousand words to me. The Conjuring finale came out last week. I plan on going to see that this upcoming week with that Stephen King movie, The Long Walk, and I'll see how that is. But this week I went back because when I have these lull weeks where I'm not sure what I really want to go see, I go back to movies that I still wanted to see but didn't go see when they were in theaters. And this week I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer's remake, and I watched Naked Gun, Liam Neeson remake of the old school comedy satire movie. I'll do Naked Gun first. Naked Gun wasn't bad. Dry humor is the word to use. I mean, I feel like it really is trying to tap into, I would say, like my parents, like my mom, my friends' parents, like their age group. It's trying to hit them harder than it is like me in my early 30s. My friends in their late 20s and even people younger. It's not going to be just like funny, like to be funny. It's not going to be like, I think about Ted, where Ted was still relating to multiple things. It wasn't just adult tropes, adult humor. Well, Naked Gun was like strictly adult humor, adult tropes, adult jokes. Kind of felt like a lot of the scenes were trying too hard to make you laugh, so it didn't come off like they really intended it to. It wasn't like it was bad. It was more like they filled a lot of the scenes with a bunch of extra things that I don't know if they hoped added value to the movie or if they just hoped made us laugh a little bit longer or maybe for a extra second or two. It wasn't bad. I still did laugh at a lot of parts. But this is like the argument that I have. I'm one of those who doesn't watch The Office or never really cared about Community or Parks and Rec. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, shows like that. Workaholics, where it's funny, but it feels like most of the show they're spending more time trying to make you laugh than just being naturally funny. So then I don't know how much I really believe in what I'm watching. Like, are they genuinely funny by themselves, or are they funny because of the jokes that were presented to them before the show got aired, before the movie started? Like, Liam Neeson also is just not a guy you think of when you think funny. I don't think the guy who originally played the detective in Naked Gun was either, which is the joke, but it just didn't feel like he could even really make it funny. I almost put it in like Bruce Willis. We love him so much and it's so sad to see what's going on with him, but the same way, like putting him in a funny ass movie and trying to make it to where he's comical and funny, I think our brains are wired so hard to see him as a badass who gets what he needs to get back, who takes what he has gotten taken from him back. Like, I don't look at Liam Neeson as a funny guy, and so I wasn't okay with giving it a chance and seeing how different it could make me feel. But I didn't really feel like it was like something he was necessarily good at. Nothing against Liam Neeson, I just didn't feel like he was really in love with the role he was doing. More, he was just happy to still be in Hollywood doing movies. Him and Pamela Anderson had good chemistry on the screen. That's probably one of the best parts I could tell you. Other than that, a lot of it does feel forced. Jokes aren't too funny. A lot of dry humor trying to get you to laugh when it's not really that funny, and you don't really need to try to laugh that hard, but they still want you to. So it was still funny. I'm glad I didn't go see it in theaters, because I did have a friend at work tell me that they went and saw it and it was not what they wanted it to be. More because of exactly what I'm telling you guys, that Liam Neeson's just not a funny guy, so putting him in a movie where he has to be funny all the time doesn't really bode well if the jokes aren't hitting the way they should, and if it really is just blatant stupid shit happening in the movie to try to make you laugh, which the snowman scene, I'll say, is like unnecessary as fuck. I don't know why they did it. They did it. It was just random. I don't even think it was really like clever or like funny. And I had read an article about it like a few weeks ago that they really wanted to keep it in the movie because it just added character to the movie. And I'm like, I don't think that scene did anything for the movie. I think this scene was just an add-on because they just wanted to have an extra laugh or two. I don't know. So Naked Gun wasn't bad. If you like Liam Neeson, if you're into dry humor where it's just blatantly trying to make you laugh and forcing it out of you, you'll probably enjoy this. I didn't enjoy it like I wanted to. I fell asleep actually watching it earlier with my son and then finished it a few hours ago. So that should tell you what I thought about it. It wasn't like it was horrible, but it wasn't like it just had me on the edge of my seat laughing. So yeah, Naked Gun, decent watch, 6 out of 10 probably, not bad. Give it a watch if you like Liam Neeson and you like dry humor. So yeah, and I've already watched all the other I Know What You Did Last Summers. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. All those, and I know the franchise pretty well. I'm a guy who loves horror movies naturally, so I've always followed them. And they were kind of the movies that when I was in high school, they'd be the ones on TV in the summer on Fox or on the CW or something. Whenever we were in that middle lull with no sports on, they'd be the movies that would pop up, and they'd be back to back, strangely on TV. I'd be blown away when at 12 to 2 you get the first one, and then 2 to 4 you get the next one. You're like, what? On regular programming? That's crazy. So I've watched those. I wouldn't tell you guys they're anything special, even the original ones. I mean, it really is just a bunch of kids who do a dumbass thing who had an option to save somebody that they accidentally caused bodily harm to, but they chose not to, and they left the evidence behind. And the new reboot was essentially the same thing. It was essentially a new iteration of kids who had the same predicament. They're dumb, they're drunk, they're having a good time being reckless until the wrong moment happens and they have to choose themselves or trying to save somebody who is on the brink of catastrophe, basically. And same trope, same idea. It really did not stray away from what the originals were. It was the same cryptic messages, the same "you're next," the same "I still know what you did," "I won't forget," the same cryptic conversations throughout the movie. It was still, I don't even think it needs to be a jumpy kind of movie. It's not trying to jump, it's more just trying to be, I think, the same way that I feel about Candyman, in the same way I feel about Jason Voorhees and Mike Myers and Michael Myers, and like those kind of guys where like you could get away 1,000 times, but they're still gonna find you. And not to say that the villain or the whatever in I Know What You Did Last Summer is on their level, because every time in these movies it ends up being somebody who has a personal relationship to said person who they decided to leave at the wayside. But it wasn't trying to catch you off guard per se. It was looking you dead in the eyes and saying, this is what's going to happen, what are they going to do about it? Figure it out. We don't know until we know. And yeah, it was hour and 45 minutes. It wasn't bad. I'm actually excited because I watched it not thinking that Tyreek Withers, who is actually going to be the lead role in Him, who I've been talking to you guys about, he actually is one of the main actors in that movie, and I like seeing him act before I get to see him in a main role in Him, so he did great. I haven't seen a lot of these actors and actresses. They're brand new to me, to my face, so it's really cool to get a new iteration, and they definitely ended it on a cliffhanger where there's going to be more to come, so we'll see how well the movie did in theaters and if they really did make enough money to bring it back for a sequel. But like I said, Hollywood has run out of options and ran out of ideas a long time ago, so they'll be happy to have more sequels if they really do make enough money in Hollywood. So yeah, I mean, they got a hook, Fisherman's Hook, Harpoon, shit like that, and think about a human body getting harpooned or fish hooked, and yeah, that's pretty much the premise of the deaths and how gruesome they look. So it wasn't bad. Glad I didn't see it in theaters again, because I mean, I don't think I'd be surprised. I think it would still have been fun to see it in theaters. Would have definitely been engaging, and probably the scenes, the murder scenes would have definitely been fun to hear in theaters. So wasn't a bad movie. That one I would recommend over Naked Gun. Naked Gun is more just a one-off if you're bored on a Saturday afternoon and you want to watch something kind of funny. But I Know What You Did Last Summer, you definitely could pop that in on a Friday or a Saturday night for the family on a movie night, and you guys want to jump a little bit and get a little scared. It is not a bad movie for that. So those are my two movies this week. Next week I'll be doing probably The Long Walk, Conjuring finale, and I'm thinking about going back and watching. What was I thinking about watching? There was a horror movie that I missed earlier in the year that I wanted to go back and watch, and I might add that one to the list too. But I will keep you guys updated. This has been Midwest Brown Boy Chronicles, episode 17. I am your Midwest Brown Boy, Jalen Brownfoot. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. Please come back, listen to my voice. I love talking to you guys, even with my stuffiness and my allergies killing me. It's wonderful that you guys know how I feel, and thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Peace out.